Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex.
And I'm Jay.
That's right. We have some news updates for you from around the land of smiles. This Friday, the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, all our American viewers. All right, well, back to Thailand. And if you want to stay up to date on all things Thailand, you can subscribe to the Thaiger, click that button, and we'll keep you posted. Now, today, we're going to be talking about the new requirements for cannabis dispensaries to become health clinics.
Wow.
A Russian MMA fighter's electrifying, literally, victory. And a little later, a bizarre incident involving a naked motorbike driver and his sex toys.
Interesting.
We will dive into that. But first things first, can you give us a quick word from our sponsor, Jay?
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by a business of one of our own. That's Kai Makrasamy. Her Japanese family owns Okonomi Coffee. So if you're ever in Thailand, please visit Okonomi Coffee and, give back to one of our own, the Rasami family.
Yes. And?
But while they're not sponsoring us, we're sponsored by Fazwaz. If you've ever had a real estate inquiry, please visit fazwaz.com.
Correct. Thank you. And that's not it. We
God.
have a show tomorrow, guys. It is Canada Day this week. It is the 4th of July today. That means that tomorrow in Pattaya, we will have the stand-up comedy Freedom Special coming to you live at the Siam at Siam Design Hotel in Pattaya. You can go to Megatix, just Google this, Pattaya Night Live. You'll be able to find tickets. We are about at 70% capacity. We got like 30% of the tickets left, which we expect to fully sell out. So please act now. Go get your tickets, book them. You'll see me as your host, along with these fine comedians, Daniel Holmes, Greg Anderson, and our headliner, Eric
Danny
James.
Holmes.
Fantastic comics in the lineup. We will see you tomorrow. All right, let's dive into it. Our first story today is about the weeds. Thailand is set to require cannabis shops to become clinics under the new law. Thailand is set to tighten its cannabis laws by requiring all dispensaries to register as medical clinics or hospitals to stay legal. Seems like overkill. A new regulation expected within 3 months will mandate that licensed medical professionals oversee sales and the cannabis be dispensed only with a prescription. With 12,000 shop licenses up for renewal in November, non-compliant dispensaries face closure, particularly those catering to recreational use. The move marks a sharp policy reversal, with cannabis now limited to strictly medical purposes. I don't.
No comments.
I have a lot. Basically,
Medical purposes, yeah, sure.
How has this been an issue? It has not. It's brought a ton of jobs. It's stimulated the economy. A lot of people have really, enjoyed it in the tourism aspect of things. How will this play out? Is there going to be a doctor in every store? How many stores are going to close? I always tell this to people too. If all of these stores close, how are they going to prop up the commercial real estate market? These guys are all paying rent, right? Like, they're paying rent to landlords for the ability to operate their businesses. So that's another aspect of this that people aren't realizing, is that real estate is going to have a bit of a crisis if lots of these are going to shut down.
I think someone else is going to rent it. I don't think that would be a problem, because actually, the cannabis shops actually take up quite a lot of prime real estate, so it's probably in high demand as well. I think you're right in terms of the suffering of the entrepreneurs, the people who've tried to make a living out of it, who've actually gotten, huge benefits of trying to be a business owner. Those are the people that suffer. That's pretty much it.
All of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, they're all like
the
small
tourists.
businesses.
I honestly don't think the tourists are going to suffer. Whoever's coming here for cannabis will be able to buy cannabis.
Yes.
Through medical purposes. You can also do it without medical purposes. Like, I'm just being completely honest. You can have it delivered to your doorstep still.
Well,
allegedly, of course.
That's supposed to all be changing. That's the idea, and then
It's not going to change.
And then we don't want it to be. That's the problem, though, is that you force it back underground when it should be above board, and it's been. I feel like it's been working fine, but I guess time will tell.
That's what I want to. I want to feel like I'm having that dirty, dirty weed, Alex.
Oh God. Well, anyways, we got politics up next, Jake.
It's just if someone walks into your home, the police rush into your balcony and they see you and your friends smoking cannabis recreationally, just look sad.
This is for my mental health.
It's a foolproof plan.
I know, yeah.
We're just a bunch of sad boys.
It's my restless elbow syndrome and acute tropical ennui.
Heyo. All right, moving on to our next story. Some politics Anutin rejects interim prime minister rumors amid leadership uncertainty. Bhumchai Thai party leader Anutin Shanvirakun has dismissed speculation that he may serve as interim prime minister amid Thailand's ongoing political crisis. He stated that no formal discussions have taken place within the party and emphasized that all leadership decisions must follow constitutional and parliamentary procedures. Anutin reaffirmed that Thailand has a prime minister, albeit temporarily suspended, and urged the public not to be swayed by rumors or online clips. He plans to meet opposition leader Natapong to address further developments.
Yeah, the rumor mills are flying.
The rumors.
Prime Minister suspended. Active duties have passed down to the Deputy Prime Minister, but how long will this court case have to play out? We don't know. And then what will be the results? Does seem like the Shinawats. How many more Shinawatras do we have in the pipeline?
No more.
No more? We've run out. So it's Paetongtarn or bust at this point.
Yingluck makes a comeback. Who knows? Anything's possible.
That is true. Or Thaksin himself. His wife. Okay, cool. We got plenty of options apparently.
Is she in
still.
politics?
Well, she can be.
Yeah.
Paetongtarn wasn't. So that is always an option too. All right. Thailand Timmy wants to get us a GoFundMe for the teleprompter. He's got 100 baht for us. We could use it.
Damn it.
All right. Let's. All right. Our next story, bit of a shocker. This next one, a Russian MMA fighter was zapped during a victory celebration at weed boxing event, whatever that means. Let's dive into it. Russian MMA fighter Ivan Parshikov comeback win at Thailand's weed boxing championship took a shocking turn, literally, when he grabbed a miswired light during his post-fight celebration and suffered an electric shock. Footage of the moment, which showed him collapsing in the ring, went viral. Fortunately, Parshikov escaped serious injury and later joked about the incident on Instagram. The event sparked safety concerns over the venue's wiring and the unconventional cannabis-themed boxing format. Despite the drama, Parshikov's resilience shone through, reinforcing his place in the MMA spotlight. Yikes.
Yeah, that could have gone horribly wrong, man. That was actually a difficult watch. Just watching someone just on a log and fall down. Damn.
But he's cool. He's good. He's a tough guy, MMA dude. And then funny to see him just hitting Instagram and start laughing about it. But yeah, there's a lot of weird fights.
Yeah, I was about to say the zapping part. Yeah, okay. Interesting. What is weed boxing?
Right.
What did he actually win?
Probably weed.
Yeah. But do you smoke before and in between the rounds?
I don't know.
Everyone just keeps missing. It's like, how does it work?
I'm not sure.
It's interesting. That sounds more interesting than the winning and the shocking.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll
Who
give you
would
some
have
more
known?
coverage.
Shocker.
That does remind me. You know, Fight Circus.
Yeah.
Got a call with those guys today. We might get involved with some Fight Circus.
Jay and
action,
Alex
baby.
finally in the ring.
Oh God.
Going at it.
That'll be fun.
Jay and Alex versus 6 interns.
Oh, that's
6v2.
That's a good matchup.
I would
actually.
absolutely kill a certain someone who I will not name.
Pick him up by the head. Yeah. Melon.
And take the hat that I deserve.
All right. Oh, God. Hilarious. Well, Jay, I have a nice news story.
Okay.
The next one, this is you, my friend.
Okay, there we go. Great news if you love the Japanese. Pattaya has launched a tourism push in Japan with the Pattaya Variety Roadshow to Japan 2025 in Osaka, aiming to attract more Japanese travelers. Led by local officials and the Tourism Authority of Thailand, the event showcased Pattaya's attractions, including an on-site cabaret show, and facilitated business talks with Japanese tour operators, with Japanese arrivals to Thailand up 10% this year and projections topping 1.1 million by year's end. The campaign supports Pattaya's broader Better Pattaya vision, positioning the city as a smart, sustainable, and high-quality global destination. Now, we'd all hope that Japanese women come, but let's be realistic. It's going to be mostly middle-aged Japanese men, allegedly. That's what the speculation is saying.
Well, I think with the on-site cabaret show, that you're probably attracting a certain kind of customer there, that's for sure. But that's fun. I think it's cool. The Tourism Authority of Thailand is taking it seriously. And apparently, you know, there's been a lot of talk about tourism being down in Thailand this year, especially from traditional markets like Europe and China. but other countries are picking up the slack. Malaysia is up a lot. Japan is supposed to be up a lot, and it's all to do with these efforts. So happy to see that the Tourism Authority of Thailand is making efforts to try and improve the tourism market.
Thailand already has a fairly good relationship with the Japans, and if the Japanese do come to Thailand, I was a bit surprised why Pattaya, because Chonburi in general has a very good population for Japanese immigrants, Japanese expats, and Sirasha is like labeled as the Japanese town. They even have like malls called like J Park, not the music artist, like J Avenue, sorry, not J Park, J Avenue, where like they have Japanese grocery stores and Japanese restaurants and Japanese shops and stuff, because there's such a big population of Japanese people living in coastal towns.
Don't worry. I've been to Japan a few times, man. I always have a really nice time when I go there, and I think a lot of Asia really holds that culture in high regard, and I think it's interesting to see the influence that they've had. I'm curious to know, you've seen it around Bangkok too? There's tons of like Japanese like invaded territory. I don't know, is that the right word? Influenced territories around here, and it's affecting the food. There's tons of omakase restaurants. Yeah, it's cool. The bilateral relationship's nice. Well, anyways, I had to give you a nice story before we go into a wacky one that hopefully, I don't know, this might attract more tourists, might attract more people to want to come check out what's going on here in Thailand. But we're off to Chiang Mai now, where a man was arrested in a bizarre nude motorbike ride along with his beloved sex toys, as one does.
Interesting.
A 49-year-old man from Chiang Mai's Sansai district was arrested after riding a motorbike naked with 3 large dildos strapped to it during a rainstorm. All right, the bizarre act caught on video quickly went viral and prompted a police raid, uncovering sex toys and lubricants at his home. We got a Thai Diddy in the house, everybody. The man, who claimed he's done this regularly during rainy seasons for years, wasn't a problem before, said it was a personal habit. What are you doing? He now faces charges for public indecency and possession of obscene items. Of course, dildos not legal here in Thailand. Locals expressed shock, and authorities vowed to uphold public decency laws. What's the big deal?
There we go.
The blurred out thing. Those are big. Those are some big boys there. I can't do this one. I'm sorry, guys. He was minding his own business, right? What is the big deal? I don't know. What would you do? Would you see this guy driving around? Three dildos like mounted to his chassis, Mad Max style. I don't know what to do with this story. Oh God. Yeah.
Who are we to judge what is decent these days? In this world of prejudice and inequality.
Oh my God, Jeffrey. The comment. He's like, they found a 4th after a cavity search.
There we go.
What a story. All right. That's a fun one.
Okay.
I got a fun one next for you too, Jack. Go on.
Here we go. Our last story today. The Thai Sapodilla ice cream wins global award, boosts local soft power. What even is that? Sapodilla? What is Sapodilla?
It's a fruit.
Alamot? Okay. Is that how you say it in English? Sapodilla? Sapodilla?
I don't know. I was curious to see how you just spit it out.
Here we go.
So I gave it to you.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
We're having a fun Friday.
A Thai-made Sapodilla ice cream has won top honors at the 2025 Gourmand Awards in Lisbon. Definitely not French. Earning international recognition for Thailand's culinary innovation. Created by former Ban Mai Mayor Wat Sarapong, the 100-year Sapodilla ice cream was developed to add value to the underused fruit and support struggling local farmers in Ayutthaya. The award aligns with Thailand's soft power strategy and highlights how grassroots products can shine globally. The dessert is now a tourist favorite and available at Thong Kip Ma Cafe in Ban Mai.
Looks nice.
Yeah, there we go. Are you a good fan of lamut?
I am. I've had this a couple of times actually.
I love it. I love me some lamut.
Yeah.
AKA Capadilla, aka Chiku, known in my country.
Chiku, really?
Chiku. Yeah, it's known as Chiku.
That's cute. I like that. Yeah, it's very interesting to me to see how Thailand is really making this push with its cuisine and its culinary attractions around the world. Obviously, we just had, what was the name of the chef that just partnered with Shake Shack that is like now
Chef Pam.
Right, she's like the #1 female chef in the world. I've eaten at a few of her restaurants. I've been lucky enough to meet her and enjoy her cuisine. I think this is great because Thailand, it's on the radar now a lot more, and people are much more into the concept of Thai cuisine, and it's interesting dishes like this that bring more attention to it and cast a spotlight on it. So, yay. Thai, everybody.
Oh.
Had some Isan last night, by the way.
I thought you were going to say something else for a second.
What?
I said eat, and then I didn't think you'd. Never mind. Just thought you were in an aggressive mood. Anyways, I feel like I need a break, Alex. I can't take this anymore.
This has been a wild day. Let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, shall we? Okay, take it away. Oh, hi.
Hello, we're back. Kate, verbal feedback. Kate, verbal feedback.
I forgot.
What do we do? I don't know what to do with this.
I propose shock collars.
I blame Tan. I mean, Tan's the one basically overlooking this this abomination of button clicking, right?
This is she'll get the hang of it. Just
I can't work under these conditions, Alex.
It's tough. I know. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
You are not the only one that can't work under certain conditions, which takes us to our next story.
Okay.
The ASEAN region. Controversy still around the Thai-Cambodia relationship. Well, an interesting incident about Thai workers who escaped from a suspected scam job in Cambodia by crossing over rooftops. A daring escape. 10 Thai nationals escaped from Phnom Penh back into Thailand on Wednesday after allegedly being forced to work without pay. Thai paramilitary rangers spotted the group crossing rooftops near the Ban Klong Luk checkpoint in Sa Kaeo province. The group claimed a trafficker in Poi Phet demanded 3,000 baht for their return, prompting them to find their own way back. Authorities suspect they were victims of a scam call center. The group was taken to local police for processing and promised assistance. So this is one of the weird things where obviously there are scam centers that are coercing people into working, and then in order to escape, you owe them money, so they force you to be indebted to them. They hold your passport. Not great, but as the continuing relationship between Thailand and Cambodia continues to be strained, I guess, it means that Cambodian authorities might be less likely to want to assist in these heinous situations. So fortunately, these Thais were able to escape on their own and make it to Thai paramilitary support and be rescued from their dangerous situation. So good news there. Unfortunately, for this story, there's probably many others that are still trapped in these scam centers. It'd be nicer if they were working together to shut them down, but unfortunately, the strained relationship makes that harder to do.
True.
All
right. Well, our next story takes us to Amarnath pilgrimage begins in Kashmir under tight security after April attack. Thousands of Hindu devotees have begun the annual Amarnath pilgrimage in Indian-administrated Kashmir, just weeks after a deadly attack in Pahalgam triggered a brief military conflict with Pakistan. Despite heightened fears, pilgrims expressed confidence in the heavy security, 45,000 troops, surveillance tech, and fortified camps. The journey to the 3,900-meter-high ice shrine of Shiva now involves registration, guarded convoys, and GPS tracking. Though militant groups say the pilgrimage isn't a target, fears of its politicization persists. Authorities say public confidence is returning, but registration has dipped 10% this year amid ongoing tensions.
My bad.
No, that's okay. It's okay, man.
This is it's a tough situation. Obviously, the relationship up there, Kashmir, is disputed territory, and these pilgrimage. It's supposed to be a religious event that should be sacred and non-violent. Unfortunately, that's not always the case, as this continues to be an issue along the India-Pakistan border. So, anyways, hopefully they can stay safe.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, I have another sad story taking us down to Indonesia. A ferry disaster near Bali has left 6 dead, with 29 still missing. A ferry carrying 65 people sank off the coast of Bali on Wednesday night, leaving at least 6 people dead and 29 still missing. The KMP Tunu Pratama Jaya sank about 30 minutes after departing East Java's Ketapang port en route to Bali's Gilimanuk. Survivors reported the engine room had a leak before the vessel tilted and submerged. Rescuers have saved 30 passengers, though many were unconscious after hours adrift. Rough seas, high waves, and poor visibility were hampering the search. Indonesia's authorities are investigating the cause amid concerns over lax ferry safety standards. So this is the big international news today coming out of ASEAN. Obviously, lots of people use these ferry services in and around Bali, and it's a bad look and will have a deep impact on the tourism sector there as people question the safety and the regulations that are put in place to make sure that these passengers are traveling in a safe environment. Crazy to me that, they were only 30 minutes into their journey, but then it took hours to actually get there to rescue them. You would think, like, as soon as you're going down, there should be some Coast Guard readily available. So this is really highlighting how unsafe some of these conditions are. And hopefully, like we always say, regulations are written in blood. So unfortunately, this happened, but hopefully this can provide an impetus to create the change to make sure it doesn't happen again in the future. All right.
True. All right. For now, we're going to move on to our next story, to Vietnam, where Trump cuts Vietnam's tariffs in new trade deal targets trans-shipping. Donald Trump has unveiled a new trade agreement with Vietnam, reducing upcoming tariffs on Vietnamese imports from 46% to 20%. In return, Vietnam will eliminate tariffs on U.S. goods, granting total access to its market. A steep 40% tariff will apply to goods trans-shipped through Vietnam, targeting rerouted Chinese products. While firms like Nike and Apple benefit from Vietnam's manufacturing hub, the new tariffs have caused mixed market reactions. Trump also touted upcoming Trump Organization projects in Vietnam, including luxury real estate and a potential Trump Tower in Ho Chi Minh City.
Hey.
Trump for Vietnam.
Guess so. He's very popular in a lot of these countries down here in Southeast Asia. A lot of people see him as like a business first minded kind of guy. And these bilateral trade agreements could be really great. Look, if this ends up being a good thing, developing the Vietnamese economy and in strengthening the relationship with the U.S., who am I to say? I think it's a good thing in general. It's interesting to see how the tariff strategy has played out with many different partners around the world, because it's backfired in some places. It's certainly helped in others in terms of negotiating power and mutually beneficial agreements. You know what? Why not?
You love a good mutually beneficial agreement.
Who doesn't? That's the idea. That's why they're mutually beneficial.
There we go.
All right.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, those are some of the stories from across Thailand today. You can find more stories on thetiger.com, or you can join in the conversation
at ASEANnow.com.
That's Thailand's largest news forum.
It is. And don't forget to subscribe to The Tiger here and click that little join button if you want to get a cool green name like Danny Fan and Damian Jesser and some of the other members. We also have social media.
Yeah.
You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, Line. Even. We just hit 500,000 followers online. Who knew? Yes. And you'll see content that you wouldn't normally see here on the main channel. Yes. I'm proud of it. I have nothing to do with
500,000 online.
I'm proud of it. Guys, that'll do it for today's show. We'll be back on Monday, but now let's dive into the comments and see what people have to say.
If you like that story, please like and subscribe. And for more Thailand news, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok at The Tiger, or you can go to thetiger.com and join the conversation.